We love everything do-it-yourself. So why not do-it-yourself healthcare? 621,000 people here in the state of Oregon don't have any health insurance, including me. And it's likely that you don't have health insurance, and if you do, you might not tomorrow with the person next to you. The problem with DIY healthcare, though, is that it's not as easy or as fun as putting a bunch of duct tape on your car to make it look cool or making your car. It's a bit more complicated than that. You can't really DIY cancer or DIY your child's healthcare emergency. But 1 out of 6 of us doesn't have any health insurance, so we've got to figure out something to do about it. It's not going to go away. But in 5 minutes, I don't think I can solve the healthcare issue. In fact, I really don't think that we can do a lot about it right now in the first place. So I'm not going to try to explain single-payer healthcare systems or talk about personal responsibility for health. Actually, I'm just going to say we're all fucked for now. And just get on with it. DIY healthcare, you make tinctures. It's when your grandmother tells you to put on your bird her neat little wrap of honey and dog hair. It's all kinds of things. It's also something we do out in the community. Organizations like Synergy Wellness here in Portland have programs like BodyTalk, which is a bit like redragging your computer. I haven't tried it, but it's all about getting your body to communicate with your mind. There are all kinds of things like this that you can do. But what I want to talk about tonight is risk, because I know you guys, you like to drink your beer, we're all risk takers. You know, if you don't have health insurance, you probably have no business climbing to the top of Mount Hood or joining the zoo bombers, because you might miss a corner, take a big dip, and land in the hospital with a big emergency bill, which could land you here. It turns out that 62% of all bankruptcies that were filed in 2007 were by people that couldn't pay their high bills. And actually 80% of those people that filed actually had insurance. So we're talking about $17,000 a year estimated this year for a family of 4. That's a ton of money if you don't have health insurance shouldering some of that cost. We've really got to think, what can we do about this? What are some real things that we can think about that will solve our problems? And to tell you the truth, as someone without health insurance, I'm someone who's likely to kind of stick my head in the sand and say, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because really, DIY healthcare is just about trying to get by when you don't have any money. This guy up here, we've got a lot in common. I have a disturbing lack of skin pigment and I'm a little red around the edges. Yeah. But it's also a thing where you really got to get creative. Hey, why don't I turn my healthcare emergency into a vacation? Whether you're getting slightly used organs from a small country in South America, or you're getting that big tumor removed at a swing hospital in Switzerland, people are going out of the country all the time now for help. But for most of us, that's just not an option, and that's why the Oregon Health Action Campaign is a really great organization. And if you remember anything about tonight, it's them to go to their website, because they have a great inventory of all the hospitals and clinics and other resources. I learned from the campaign director that most of the money heading over here to Oregon from the federal stimulus package is to actually get the people that don't have insurance enrolled, which is actually pretty cool, because mostly what we're talking about putting enrolled are kids. Kids these days, it's 2009, they need more than a cot to sleep in and 1 meal a day. They actually need insurance. But with 116,000 kids without insurance, 66,000 of them are actually eligible. Their parents just have no idea about it. Also, 61% is how much people are paying more for prescriptions when you don't have health insurance. I know that you've seen Drugstore Cowboy, or we've been to Gresham recently. You're aware of the different pharmaceutical options and programs out there for you. But you should also know about the Oregon Drug Prescription Plan. And you can call this number, which is the campaign's hotline, and they can tell you how to get enrolled, and they can also give you some personalized resources, because the fact is we all have different healthcare needs. You can't have a healthcare crisis and then just jump online and find it out. Also, for any of you who love to get out in the street and protest, or if you plan on writing a training this summer, the Rosix Medical Collective has a lot of trainings they're doing one in September. It's awesome. And whether you have health insurance or not, get involved and make a difference. The Bus Project is taking on the issue of healthcare this summer. They want to get all 66,000 of those kids I just talked about enrolled in their insurance program by the end of this year. So, this has been fun. I'd love to hear about obviously isn't just about putting on t-shirts, it's a lot more than that. You can find me on Twitter at Sandra,